do, child? Y'all doing in the morning? How y'all doing? Up early in the morning. Decided to go ahead and spark up the stream. Yeah, we finna tune into this Katt Williams interview, 7 p.m. in Brooklyn with what's the name? I don't know why I said 720 podcast. We gonna fix that though, chat.
If you don't really like me because you can't be me, then my job is to make it better and better looking for you, boy. Because you probably at the club and I'm probably at the arena at your hometown. I'm probably selling 21,000 tickets where you live. You probably at the club still. You probably is barking outside of your lane.
That's the best thing. We ain't watching a lot, or you can just kind of do what you gotta do. Niggas accidentally called it to 7 p.m. I gotta get that off there. Yeah. Katt Williams comes on the 7 p.m. Ah, shit. Hey, kid, Chad, we ain't re-editing that. No bap. Yes. Discard them fucking changes, please and thank you. Alright, that was gonna be too much to retype, chat. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas just hate type. Niggas hate typing, chat. I don't need to edit it. It's like niggas do not got time to be trying to. That shit on there? Okay. Comes on. What is it? 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, chat. Seven p.m. Hold up, man. Fuck it. Fuck it, chat. 7. Yeah, it was 7 p.m. in Brooklyn with Carmelo Anthony. All right. The Katt Williams interview. Okay. Shit, nigga smack, chat. I ain't gonna lie. It's early in the morning. Came with fate. Now I don't want to accidentally label this as the wrong title though, but we'll just respark this up. Hold on. But the connection's excellent, chat. I don't even know what to do right now. Fuck it. I'm gonna do a real quick chat. Seven p.m. Chat. Niggas ain't even trying to fake y'all right now, but niggas are so sniped when they don't know how to. Yeah. Hey, Jay, y'all seen that 4K? Your boy ain't know how to spell Brooklyn. We ain't gonna fake it. Y'all know we gonna know how to spell Carmelo, though. Come on now. I think we spelled that wrong, Chuck. Yeah, we definitely spelled that wrong. I think we put it to we hot chow on that one, though. Yeah, we know how to spell Anthony, though, Chuck. We just snipe. Niggas snipe, Chuck. We ain't gonna hold that, though, against nobody. All right, the Katt Williams at 7 p.m.
Yo, peace. Welcome back to 7 p.m. in Brooklyn. I'm Carmelo Anthony here with my co-host.
You know what it is? Kazim Famiwide. You could call me Kaz.
You know what I'm saying? And it's your boy, I'm back. It's the Kid Merrill, baby, the Human Durag Flap. We in the building. This is a Wave Sports and Entertainment Originals presented by FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Listen, man, these guests that we are getting, there's guests. You know what I mean? There's invited people that you come through and you have a good time, you have a good conversation. And then there's the guest. You know what I'm saying? Today, we got one of those guys.
Yes.
The capital THE guest. Y'all know him as comedian extraordinaire, of course. You know what I'm saying? He's done multiple specials, multiple tours, arenas. You've seen him on TV, silver screen, small screen, digital screen, everywhere. He's a legend in the game. He's the GOAT.
Yeah,
it
man.
Is Katt Williams, ladies and gentlemen, in the building. Here with us in the hook. Brooklyn, we're here, baby.
Yes,
Katt, what's good, man?
Welcome to the hook, Katt.
baby. Welcome to Brooklyn.
Thank you so much. I
The
appreciate
energy
it.
changes when you walk in the room,
It's
man.
magnificent in Brooklyn.
Instantly.
Auburn asked me to go up, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel that way as well. Yeah. Great vibe here.
Katt, it's going to be a good one. You know, we love to begin every episode with something we call the Connect, right? Obviously, yourself, Carmelo, has some history. You know what I mean? We like to have the guests talk about the first time they either met Melo or the first time you crossed paths or anything like that. So what was the first time, you know, linking with the Hall of Famer,
Right.
number 7?
What was it like, Melo? Tell him.
I mean, we've been in a couple rooms. We've been in a couple areas, a couple environments together. I think at the time, you got to think about the time period. You know, we talking about mid 2000s,
Okay.
03, 04, 05, 06, where hip hop was at, where the culture was at.
Yes.
It was very intertwined at that point in time, right? So it was very rare that you just saw this athlete over here, just a comedians over here, rappers. No, you saw rappers, comedian, athletes all intertwined. So we talking about New York City, we talk about Atlanta, we talk, you know, we use DC, like we talking about really on the road, and we just kept crossing paths. It wasn't like we just sat down and just chopped it up, but we really was just crossing paths.
Yeah.
And I think that energy that I had and I was moving with at that point in time, and the energy that Katt was moving with and where he was at in the game, and that's who we was actually relating to us from a comedic standpoint. So you gravitated to that, and then you saw him. He's around. You could talk to him. He's approachable. He's funny as shit. He's outside after the club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he wasn't your regular comedian around that time. So that was kind of my connection with him.
Thank you, Melo. That was magnificent. See, yeah, that's really the way it was, just because I'm such a basketball fan, and the basketball players that I know them so well. So like I met Shaq when I was 16, you know what I mean? And the first time that I met him, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar answered his door. So it's like two basketball legends. I met Larry Johnson when I'm the same age. So I've always appreciated the fact that these superhuman characters that perform for us in the basketball arena also have to navigate a real life. And we recognize greatness in the basketball world on and off the court. And Melo was always one of those top tier guys. So
making that parallel, bro, y'all both are kind of like in y'all respective fields, kind of like man of the people types, right?
Yeah.
Where people fuck with y'all, you know what I mean? Like the people, right? Like the culture. You know, people like to call it the culture, but it's really the people outside in the street. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck with y'all and place y'all in like a very high esteem where like, you know, certain like outlets or certain media might not. You know what I mean? Like, why do you think that is? Is it just because it's like, yo, you just real all the time? It's like no bullshit and people see that and respect that?
We have certain requirements for our representation. So if we're going to fuck with somebody, there's certain things there's a way we will hope they would carry it. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Melo always hit all of those boxes. As a basketball player, you didn't want somebody that was always doing too much. But you certainly couldn't tolerate somebody who was never doing nothing. And Melo showed you, you see what I'm saying? At each point where a fan base requires you to make certain moves or decisions based upon what it is you represent, we always recognize the people that do that the best. And that translates, you know, that make you a Hall of Famer in multiple lanes. You know, it makes a difference. Like,
That's a fact.
When you say you're a basketball fan, like what drew you to the game? Like what was your initial, you know what I mean? Like, all right, like I'm locking in on this. Like this is my sport. This is my favorite sport.
all of my sports, I just require it to present me with an opportunity where I can do better than you might imagine, right? So basketball is a game that was designed to teach the gospel of Jesus Christ, that you could have 5 people together. If they were all on one accord, they could move like one machine and do this goal, right? And that's how it was designed. In basketball, I'm 5'5", so there's a whole realm of basketball I can't experience. I don't have any above the rim experience. On the other hand, I'm not Angel Reese. I'm 99% on my layups because I can't afford to miss a layup. My layup is my dunk. You understand me? Right. So I don't care if the defender is 7'9". The taller and bigger he is, the more he cannot keep up with these first 3 steps I'm finna hit him with. So I don't have to focus on him. I have to focus on the next defender. Like, there are times when it looks like I have an easy layup, but that pass is supposed to be that outlet pass. You're supposed to delegate. See, these laws of basketball translate into business, into life, into, you know, the trust that you have to have, that you need your point guard to do point guard shit, and you need your center to do, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
The relationships, and so yeah, I appreciate that about basketball.
You know, in addition to that, we spoke on it earlier, but I feel like yourself, Carmelo, and, you know, Merrill spoke on you guys being people's champions, but you guys also occupy a space within the culture that I don't think a lot of people sort of get to, right? Like a lot of people either have sort of great moments or flame out. And, you know, I think there's been a level of consistency with yourself, whether it's television, music, movie, stand-up, Melo in his career. But within all of that, it's the way people talk about y'all outside of what you do that I think connects y'all the most.
That's
right?
the most important thing.
Yeah, it's like as men, as people, like you can enjoy what somebody does as an entertainer or as an athlete, but you have a different level of appreciation for them when you get to know them as men. And I think that's the same sort of like ecosystem y'all both sort of like occupy. So like that connect when y'all first met in like the mid 2000s, where and I'm just remembering what's happened, like tall tees and
I never wore a tall tee.
I think you throwback jersey.
I thought medium was too tall.
But you understand what I'm saying? It's like there's a certain level of authenticity that the people that swear by both of y'all.
Not a certain level.
Katt chat, he's lying. Like, no, we seen it in 4K when he chat. We seen it. He was in movie. Okay, unless he's talking about outside of movies, chat. Probably, but I could have sworn we seen him. Anybody that seen him in the hood movies, chat, y'all know, man. We seen it, man. So already out the back. I don't even want to. Hey, bro.
It has to be complete.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's not pretending like you don't fuck up. It's the fact that you don't lie, whether it's good or bad. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Regardless of how people may react or feel about it or any of that.
Yep.
Yeah. Commitment.
And also, people we like to see people go through shit to see how they gonna come out the shit.
Mm.
Because you picked a winner.
Right.
Right? You picked a winner. So I feel badly for those that have aligned themselves with losers. It's a terrible position, but it's free to switch that.
At any time.
At any point. At any point, you can just go with a real winner.
Just take the loser setting off. Man, you be good.
Yeah. But it's people want to connect. People want to be able to say, man, he or she been through what I've been through.
Chat, I still feel some way about him just boasting like that.
Or going through what I'm going through. We a mirror, you know what I mean? We also insight to how people, the everyday person, could actually look at somebody and be like, nah, you know what? I don't want to do that. Based on what we stand on and how we persevere through all of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if we go through this shit and we fold, then we ain't inspiring nobody. We actually motivating people to fold. If he did it and it's cool, then shit, I'm a fold too. I don't have to put forth as that much effort.
Right.
But if they see us go through the fire and still come through it and persevere through it and still stand strong and still remain or keep our integrity intact and our character intact, right? No matter what anybody say, our character is intact. And when you have good character and you stand on what you stand on, right, wrong, or indifferent, people could relate to that. And they have an opportunity to see it, the longevity in that. We talking about he's 3 decades in this industry.
Yeah.
I'm 2 decades into this industry. Mm-hmm. So when you get a chance to see the movie throughout, and you still get an opportunity to design your ending, that's what people can relate to. And that's why I feel like Katt is in that same situation.
In the driver's seat.
You got to be in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
We done paid the bus, the coins and shit. We done did that.
Yeah, niggas done did that. Inside the back and shit. Graffiti on the window.
We done did all of that.
Right.
Now we here get to talk about it in a godly fashion.
Right. So Melo, obviously a Hall of Fame athlete. You obviously, Katt, got some athletic exploits. You've been viral before viral was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Just out here.
Correct.
This 40-yard dash, though, is one of the first, most recent
Legit.
situations where you was like, yo, I really do this shit.
Okay, so here's...
It's hauling ass, though.
No, sir. So I
So I'll say this.
I just ran a 4.4. So even if you just go to the beginning at it and pause. So here's the problem. I never wore cleats before. So
Okay.
this was my first time running in cleats.
That's different.
And running on
That's turf or grass. That's turf
as-
or grass.
Right.
Very
that's
different.
Turf.
It's definitely different, for sure.
Like, no, my knees should never be that high because I dig in when I run because I'm 5'5", you see?
Right.
But matter of fact, the beauty of me is I don't have to just have the conversation. Like, we can go right in the parking lot, and in these pants and shoes, I can really show you the 4-4.
saying,
That's
I
the
feel like we
difference. You know what I'm saying?
So no, this is what I tell you. This is what I tell
You
you.
only know that if
Exactly.
you gonna challenge him.
I don't need a
You just gonna
challenger.
do the
People
4-4.
thought, yo, listen.
If somebody was dumb enough to line against me, that's fine. But I'm saying,
I see it. I
but
see the shit. I
we
see
might
the
as well
footage.
just do it.
And this is what I tell
And
you.
I love it because you back
Back
the
it
talk
up.
up.
Yeah.
Like, niggas talk about they running 4-4, 4-5. Niggas
let me
ain't
see
running
it.
that out here.
They talking about once in their life. I'm talking about every day, 5 times a day. I'm ready to race. Like I'm
You was that kid in the neighborhood, like I'll beat anybody in the race.
when I'm in Los Angeles at the Lakewood Hop doing comedy there and at the Hollywood Park Casino, part of our festivities is after the show, I race any comers. Race after I'm doing 11 races a night.
Yo,
Like,
Katt, stop it.
I'm
I was about to
legendary.
say,
Understand that.
Yo.
Understand. I don't. Not only don't I lie, I don't have the reasons for it.
Nah, I hear
You
you.
know what
I'm
I'm
with
saying?
you.
11 races a night is that's
Our
impressive.
even when like understand, I'm never in shorts or in the shoes I'm supposed to be in or ready for the situation.
You coming fresh off stage.
Like we doing this in streets. Like I'm doing this in dress shoes. Like
That's
no. I'm saying it's the only reason we would be having the conversation. Why?
You
Yeah.
got the shoes in the trunk, like the
I don't
running shoes.
need shoes.
You just
I don't need shoes.
And whatever.
It's not a requirement. We gonna go right outside of here. Like it's not a requirement.
So this is what I tell you. Like you were saying before, we was talking about like the height thing. I coach youth football.
Yeah.
There's kids in there that's 5'5".
Yeah.
They run sub 4.5 40s. You know what I'm saying? Because they're
Understand.
light.
That's why
and
when
they're
I
fast.
said on Shannon that I ran that outrageous time, you just have to understand that was me as a young person. I didn't smoke cigarettes or weed or drink or none of that. I was a real specimen out there. But I'm saying what's before you is 50-some years old doing that
Still
with
getting it in.
without breaking the sweat and like
That's
knock it
impressive.
off,
Shout out
man.
to you because I need one of them parachutes.
God has given the blessings that He's given, so I don't want to be disrespectful.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, I'm happy that age. I still got to get a good
Racing
stretch.
niggas,
really
racing niggas after the show is wild.
The
Because
niggas
yo,
that
listen,
fitness is laid down. They chilling.
on the athletic tip, staying there, you know what I'm saying? You linked up with Lethal Shooter.
Right.
Lethal shooters with everybody.
You know what I'm saying? How
Lethal Shooter's out
what's
here
the
right
form
now,
like? You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Wait a minute, hold on. But if you're gonna have Melo critique this form, I gotta get a disclaimer first.
Okay, yeah, right.
Right.
Give
Sum it up, sum it up
give us
for
the
it.
context. of
Right,
this.
right.
Sum it up
Okay.
for it. You set the tone.
All right, so Lethal Shooter is one of the greatest in the world.
Yes.
Like, there's no denying that. My issue with basketball is I've broken every one of my fingers at least twice on each hand, right? So when I'm catching the ball, I'm trying to catch it in my palms and not on my fingers. And my
okay.
fingers getting stubbed is excruciating.
I
And
can see
so,
that.
and so my whole shooting form and everything is tailored to that. And yeah,
So you shoot mostly palms.
twice, like, so yeah, I have an entirely different shooting form. But it's why even once I tore the 2 rotator cuffs, I can still get my shot off. Because it might be ugly, but the consistency of it is what you can't deal with.
That's what I told my kids.
And
on the
I'm getting
driveway.
all the rebounds. You're not gonna beat me to a rebound. Like, I'm
Hustle.
gonna get 2 shots for every 1 shot of you anyway. Like,
That's it.
Hey, the jump shot
Yeah,
is one thing, but I
but-
think y'all ran 94 feet just racing just now.
no, it's nothing. Like,
And you dusted the Lethal Shooter in this one. Like, can we get to that part?
I've never seen this.
we weren't
we go.
really
Splashed
ready.
it.
Look, I'm doing these without dribbling. Did you notice? I'm not even dribbling at the foul line.
Nah, this is
So I slow up and let him
Right
catch
here
right
is
there, but then I
like,
show him
yo.
the jet. No, this is easy work. This impossible. Yeah, you can't beat him. It don't matter.
Leave smoke, Chris.
No. Don't talk like that. He'll smoke you too. He here. I'm saying nobody in here can. I'm saying don't clown him. He ran as fast as he could.
Nah,
man, I gotta stretch.
That's impressive though.
There's no beating me.
If I'm one thing, is self-aware. I know
Yeah.
that I'll get dusted by everybody in this room
I can
in
see it
a
on tape.
40-yard dash.
Yeah, I'm saying he did a good job. But more importantly than that, he's a helpful guy.
Yeah, big time.
Oh,
You know
he's
what
the
I mean?
man. Love that
And
guy.
so I couldn't allow him to change my shot.
So he worked
But
within.
He helped me see things that I never would have seen. I played basketball my whole life. I never once in my life thought, did I catch this ball with the seams the right way? I didn't even know the ball had seams.
It's just a hang on had no teams.
You're not even counting them on the fingertips.
Yo,
Why would I cough on live TV? Sorry about that.
come on, Jay.
But yeah, he taught me a lot of things that were super important and immediately helpful. And so that
Talking
was
about like
important.
rotation,
shit.
because it wasn't mechanics. You said like he didn't fuck with the form because it's a painful thing, but it was like mechanics. Yo, aim at this.
No, because I was commenting that he's like a machine when he shoots, right? And he was showing me how to be aware of the things that I wasn't aware of. So I shoot better off balance. You know what I mean?
Because of your form.
Because, right.
Yeah.
So
Halliburton.
my whole thing is if you set a pick for me, I need you to actually touch the defender, because if you will just touch the defender, I'm past him by the time that happens. You see?
Because of your quickness.
Right. And that's the only thing I got. And the fact the shot is ugly, I just don't get blocked because you're not even thinking I'm shooting. There's no shooting motion taking place. I'm dribbling in here and shooting in here.
From here,
So,
that's good.
good luck with that.
He got the Shawn Marion.
Yeah, right. But yeah.
It's an unorthodox release.
Word.
It's hard to defend that.
It's like the Papa Shot shit, bro. You just flicking it up, like, but it go. I always tell people like, you remember in school when it was like the students versus the faculty, and like the science teacher would have a crazy jump shot, but it would go in every time. You know what I'm saying? The form would look crazy, but it would go every time.
I'm
Net.
envisioning him coming off a screen and shooting
like that, flip, like wow. You know what I'm saying? And just straight net. That should get you fucking mad, nigga. What?
Yeah, it's my only free opportunity. Where somebody's not gonna block the shit out of it is right
Straight
there.
here.
Yeah.
You are very impressive, man. Like you like the man of many trades though. You fast as niggas, you out there shoot with lethal shooter. you running in the parking lots, like you impressive, champ.
After the show, it's
My
the most
fans
interesting
pay
man
me
But
for
alive.
these
standing on it.
adventures.
That's why it's impressive and it's honorable, because you stand on it. You know what I mean? A lot of niggas that say you can't beat me 101 and then don't do it, but you stand on it. You impressive, champ. You like a real athlete. You like one of the little niggas in the hood though that they jumping off the mattresses, they on the monkey bars, they like everywhere. They go
That's what I
hoop,
said,
they
yo,
play
I'll make
baseball,
sure-
they play football, soccer.
Every sport.
They playing rock ball, like it's you was that.
Nigga come around with
The-
a tennis racket, you like, where the fuck you get that?
Every sport. Every sport.
I wasn't allowed in my childhood. I wasn't allowed to experience any athletic moments. So, I had 6 or 7 coaches come to our house, and my parents wouldn't allow anything. So, I learned from reading so many books that the preservation of your inner child is responsible for dictating how long you live. Because there are certain things that your childlike self would like and expects, and would like to see and would be excited about, you still maintaining that and being able to foster that as you increase in years is just super helpful. And you understand that the more books you read, that, that's the preservation of life. Who gives a fuck what age you are, that's why health is wealth. You see, it's the ability for you to smile and go out in the sun and enjoy the things that are free. You got to have enough money to do the free stuff. You see?
Yeah.
And so all of that is tied to your childlike self, the things that matter to you. Then you have to constantly feed that and give that the freedom to try something and not do well at it, and then figure out, why didn't I do well at that? Well, I could quit, but I could also try to get better. How could I possibly get better? What would make this a better situation? Right. And so carrying that with you in each of your endeavors, that's what I'm trying to show to the people that I represent.
And that's honorable, brother. Like, right. Honestly. That's respectful. Let's keep it on that note though. Let's keep it in that tone. Like we have something here that we call like the 7 p.m. moment. As a player, 7 p.m. usually the time it was for me to lock in, getting ready for a game, getting ready for a moment right before the ball go up. So we use 7 p.m. moment on this show as a way for our guests to kind of just take us back to a very specific time or a crossroads moment in your life and your career that really made you a game changer, or it was very game changing in your life. Like, what was that 7 p.m. moment for yourself?
Part of what makes me such an optimistic person, and part of what fuels the fact that I appear unbreakable is I attempt to make every moment a 7 p.m. moment, and to imagine that it might not ever go past whatever this thing is. So it doesn't matter if it's movie or TV or stand-up or an interview or it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Each of these might be the last time I get a chance to do this particular thing. And I'm trying to capture that moment, a mental picture and a mental movie of this, only because my initial list of things that I wanted to do in my life, I had probably done that whole list my first couple years in Hollywood, and then I had another list, and then I crossed everything off that. So I'm on my third or fourth list. It's important to keep your dreams current with your life.
Like Champ said, like, you're an interesting dude, man. You do a lot of different things. What are some of those things on that list that you're talking about? Like, that you've done and that you've yet to do?
So even with purchasing the military base for the movie studio and the $60 million that we have, going to work out there at Fort McClellan in Anniston, Alabama, this is a guy doing a movie studio who's in the movie business, you see? So I'm not just complaining about situations, because you can't just do that. You got to be able to give income and jobs and support. You got to be able to, if you're really in the league like that. And so it was important for me to get a place where we can just do great movies, and there is no casting couch and no demonic rituals you gotta follow, and you don't have to bring baby oil and nothing that might compromise you, and there's nobody judging you. It's just a place that makes really great movies, and you can come there and do that. And so Kemet Movie Works is that. And so the fact that it is so beautiful and important is important to me. By the same token, when I was growing up, I was a speed reader, and then in our class, we were able to take speed reading, and I was top of the class. So I understand that when I tell people like I done read thousands of books, they're like, sure you have, but they don't think you owned thousands of books. Like I owned thousands of books. Like I'm not having a conversation because, because all of these things are important. Like, because of the quality of the things I was reading, like I'm getting something from each of these. Right. Like I'm learning something from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm having a whole experience. I'm seeing how people operate under duress. Like I'm reading Winston Churchill's biography. I don't know who he is, but I'm finna explore his life. You feel what I'm saying? Right. And so, that's why I try to have all 7 p.m. moments as much as possible, because we know that life ain't promised. We know how lucky we are that we woke up every morning, thanks to God. But a lot of times we get so busy, we don't act like that. Right? Mm-hmm. But the way he done blessed me my entire life and kept me, you follow what I'm saying? I've been arrested 35 times, you know what I mean? I'm out here talking to you, you know what I mean? I got 19 assault and batteries, you know what I'm saying? This is a Daniel in the Lion's Den type story he's been able to take me through. And I've just had to be faithful, I make sure that I'm as impeccable as I can be. And when you make mistakes, be accountable,
Right.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Speaking about
makes perfect sense. Yeah, you kidding me? I'm sitting here like going to church. I'm
that's a fact.
God is
Stay
important.
mellow, man.
Yeah,
Stay mellow. Come on, man.
Praise. And speaking of Katt, you said that it's a place where people can go and just kind of create, right? Which is which is real rare, you know what I'm saying, nowadays. You know what I mean? Because of, like the industry, the way things work, gatekeeping, all of that. What was the impetus for you to start creating this, to go down there and make that investment in Alabama, open up that studio, you know what I mean, and invest back into your craft, into comedy
and the community?
Well, if comedy is my craft, then we have to be realistic and realize that Hollywood was in large part built on the back of comedy. The fact that no matter what color you were or what your ethnic group, if you did a funny movie, people responded to that. And that was important in our business. As far as Black movies are concerned, there's not enough of those as it is, because they all require a trauma base. So in order to do a movie with Black people, something got to be happening to somebody.
Yeah.
You see? And our white counterparts can make a movie about
fucking golf.
Us going out
to the store
for the weekend for this wine tasting and the hilarities that ensued. You know what I mean? And so understanding both of those lanes and being in that world, it was just important that there be somewhere that people could go. But by the same token, it's why I would experience a lot of opposition as well. Because nobody cares about the guy that's trying to help other people in real life. So they were not really fans of Nikola Tesla while he was here because of, You know, the fact that he was honest. He didn't say he came up with his ideas. He said he went to Egypt and got the information, and he said that he studied that in the Sumerians and came up with it, and he wanted to just give free energy to the world. And as soon as they knock him off now, everybody can make billions of dollars off of energy, and everybody can have an electric company, and you know. So this road is a dangerous and hazardous road, but it has all the benefits as well. So,
you know, in addition to that, I feel like in the same sort of spirit of creating the studio, stand-up comedians, I think now more than ever, are more than just guys telling jokes. They kind of follow your philosophy. They kind of, you know, when they want to make sense of all the craziness happening outside, they look to you guys as more of like the modern day philosophers. So,
and
well,
it's
they
calm.
don't have to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
They
a
don't have to
calmness
be.
too.
There's okay.
They could be a goofball. See, there's room in comedy for goofballs.
Right.
Like, we don't need everybody talking
Not
about
for
the
everybody,
same
but I mean
stuff
for
I
you.
be talking
That's what I'm
about.
saying. But I mean for you specifically.
Oh, for me
For
specifically.
you specifically, people
Yeah.
follow you in that sort of vein where, yes, you're entertaining, yes, you're comedic, but also, as I mentioned earlier, you live by a specific code that is infallible to even get into your eco space. How much more important is it, that part of it, as far as like people following you and your philosophies just on life, in addition to just being an incredible comedian on top of all that, and the businesses that you've run on top of all that? How do you kind of find that balance?
There's no need for balance. That is well balanced. You see? I'm a public official. So everything I do is for the public's perusement. So my job is to do the best that I can, to try as hard as I can to figure out what are the things that I could do that would add and uplift this, and then doing it. And so as a facilitator, as a vessel, my job is easy. Like, I can stay committed because I'm only representing authenticity, and I am showing that as well. So it's not very difficult to walk the walk and talk the talk.
When you do interviews, I feel like you typically, like, you don't hold back. Like, you speak truth to power every time. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know what I mean, like, it goes a little bit out there, viral, whatever you want to call it.
I've beaten people up, and I've been beat up. If you've ever been in both of those positions, then you understand. Like,
Right.
I never, the blessing with me is I never have a bad intention. It's always for a reason, like, regardless. And if the truth is involved, then I'm not even allowed to be worried. What would I be worried about? It's those that traffic in falsehoods that gotta worry about me, because I'll say something. You see?
Right.
Right. So you don't be scared of your own dog.
Okay.
Hold on, speaking of that, you just had, you know, speaking about 7 p.m. moments,
Yeah.
right? And speaking about, you know, you can't be afraid of your own dog in a sense. I actually love that quote.
Because I love my dogs.
Yeah. But you had a moment on Club Shay Shay, you know, a couple months back, and that right there was a moment that kind of lifted, shot a shooting star for Shannon, right? And just that ecosystem of conversations. And you were very candid, but you were very peaceful while you're saying these things, right? A lot of kind of sound bites came out of that. That single moment, to me, like I say, changed Shannon's whole conglomerate that he got going on. But it brought more awareness and more attention. Maybe more
Biggest
than
interview of the year.
That was one of the biggest ones, I would say.
the biggest interview in YouTube history. So those aren't the same things.
They're not the same things.
Yeah.
But even with that being said, I don't think he was ready for that moment. Like, how did that, from an outsider, how did that change his life at that moment? And how did that change your life at that moment? Not your life in general, but at that moment, how did life change?
The interview had to go to somebody. If I know beforehand what I'm capable of delivering, then I also know to be judicious in who I'm picking to get that. If I know Katt, he's only comfortable if he got the drop on you when he come to get interviewed anyway, because he wants to make sure that you don't flip on him. But all Shannon was gonna get was a blessing, and that was all I was there to make sure that happened.
You ain't got to drop on anybody here, do you? I was like, man, I need to know something. This is the blessing. This is the blessing part of those interviews, you know? It's the blessing part of that podcast.
Right. Well, I'm saying in my personal business, you can either do the dirt or you can know the dirt. I'm one of the chosen high-ranked know the dirt individuals, right? And so dirt responds as they should when the vacuum walks in.
Nah, come on. Are you a rapper? You rap on the side?
Clearly, sir, yeah.
Bro.
No, I still rap currently. No, I'm saying currently. Yeah. But my point was that I came to deliver an interview having seen some of my competitors and peers get on that same court and do a performance that involved my name. And so once 6 or 7 of you have made this same violation, it's my job as the king to show up and chastise thee. This is my job. I'm supposed to come in and restore order because that's my position. The fact that it's ignored by the clowns because they all in the same frat, comedically, like, that's all well and good. I don't care nothing about none of that. But the job still needs to be done. And if God lets me know it's a good time for that, that's how I'm going to write it up and deliver it. So I didn't know anything Shannon was going to say. I didn't know what questions he was going to ask. Like there was no conversation. Like, yeah.
What was the impetus behind that? Like, what made you say, like you said, like, you basically answered the question already, but what made you say, all right, man, enough is enough? I've heard y'all say this and that and mention my name, or, you know what I mean?